Hi.
Are we starting?
Yes, we're starting.
Oh, hi. What's up? How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm alright, thank you.
Welcome to 11 Questions with Kiki.
Glad to be here.
I'm going to be asking you 11 questions and I want you to answer them as honest as you possibly can.
We'll try.
Okay, all right. First question is, how did grade 12 prepare you for medical school? Would you say you were adequately prepared, partially prepared, or there's no relationship between grade 12 and medical school?
Through the various subjects that we did, I believe that it gave us a platform, to be able to realize what subjects we liked and, what we might potentially want to do for the rest of our lives.
Say partially prepared because I'll just have to think about the workload in the first place. Like from grade 12 to varsity, major difference.
Was adequately prepared in the sense that where I was, we were actually required to take education into our own hands.
Second question.
Yeah.
How informed were you about medical school? Were you well informed in certain terms of you did research or got information from your family and friends? Or you just had general information about medical school? Or you're basically the first person in your community to get into medical school?
Well, I'm the first person, I would say, in my community to get into med school, become a doctor. And I remember, when we were applying, I think it was 2013, the med school had just opened up in 2010. So, it was just going around, along the grapevine that there's a new med school in the country. But I can't really say I sat down and did research on it.
I'm the first person in my community, although my friend and I we were really active in looking up about the medical school, trying to find out more. Yeah, so I feel like we really did the things on our own.
If granted an opportunity to do another field of study,
Yeah.
would you drop out? If yes, what would you be doing? If no, why?
Never. I would never drop out.
To be honest, I really don't see myself doing anything else.
No, I wouldn't drop out of med school because I've invested so much time in it. It's been 5 years, and even if I was to, my parents would probably kill me because of the amount of money and resources that we've spent over the past 5 years. So
I think I would be able to drop out. Plus 5 years of medical school, there's too much time to just throw away, and money as well.
Which leads me to my other question. Why did you choose medicine?
Oh, okay. Like I mentioned before, I've always wanted to study medicine. It is something that has always been on my heart.
Probably for the love of helping others and seeing happiness and joy in other people's faces after you help them. I'm all about that life. I like making people happy. I like making people smile. Just being the light in their day.
I can't really say that I chose medicine. I would say medicine chose me. But basically I would say that, when I was in high school, when it was time to apply, I applied for various programs, and, when I managed to come to med school, I realized that, it was pretty cool, it was challenging, and also my family was pretty happy about it, so I was like, why not? And when I got here, I realized, oh, I'm at home, it's a great place to be.
How would you describe the kind of training you're receiving?
Kind of training, I would say it's quite intense.
It's a very rigorous program, definitely.
It's hands-on, it's practical.
So you just need to learn to persevere, and eventually you will get a hang of it. But it is really a thing of survival of the fittest.
The textbook comes to life and you get to apply your basic sciences, you get to apply what you've read, and you get to see the diseases, the pathology come to life.
Obvious, from third year on all the way to sixth year, it's like you're already working an 8 to 5 job, and you're not getting paid. You still have to study at night and all that. So, you realize that the program is quite gruesome. But, you learn, you grow, and I feel you really become a better person by the time you graduate. Wouldn't trade the experience for anything.
What would you describe as your lowest moment in medical school?
First year, biochemistry test, straight out of high school. I got a 4 out of 30. I was devastated from a straight A student to deep failure. I was just very devastated. So that was definitely the lowest moment of my life in medical school.
When you first arrived, from high school, you realize that the study methods that we had used in high school were not working in varsity. So, the first few tests were pretty rough. And I think it really hit most of us. Most of us came from high school, were A students, and you come here and you're like, yeah. But as you pick up, you learn how to study, everything improved.
And what would you describe as your highest moment in medical school?
My highest moment was I would say the white coat ceremony.
Transition from preclinical years, that was about first and second year, to the clinical years from third year on. You know, just the fact that you don't have to sit in a class the whole day from 7 a.m. to 5 anymore. Now you get to go to the hospital, interact with patients. That was pretty dope, you know, that was cool.
So there was this time, right? We were in OPD for gynecology. And I had the opportunity to clerk this patient, you know, ask a bit about the history, you know, the diagnosis and stuff. And so, like, basically we found the diagnosis of the patient. And then I just sat down to explain to the patient what was actually wrong with her. And at the end of the whole explanation and everything, the woman was just so grateful. She actually sat down with me and she was like, no, like, all these doctors have been seeing me, but they've never told me what's actually wrong with me, and you took the time to just explain these things to me. And I'm like very proud of what you guys are doing as UNAM students. It just made my day. It was awesome. It was really awesome just to hear that feedback.
Yeah. The next question is, what would be your top 3 survival tips in medical school, personally and academically?
Firstly, discipline.
Make good friends.
So it only makes sense, you know, to make your academics first priorities.
Prioritize. Know when to study and know when to have fun.
You know, you need to really take care of yourself personally.
Perseverance, because definitely in your medical career you'll come across a time where you just want to quit.
You know, I would advise you, you know, to contact your family.
Don't forget that you're also a social being, so make some time for recreational activities.
Okay. Seeing that you're 5th year, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you feel like you're ready to become a medical intern 2 years from now?
I don't think that one will ever feel ready, but I know that when the time comes and they throw me into casualty and say, Tash, you're on call, I'll survive.
Are you ever ready though? Like, are you really ever ready? I just feel when the time comes, I'll probably be able to do what I need to do for that time. But in medicine, it's very broad. You're never ever ready enough. Like, you are just never prepared enough. But
The last and most important question is, what kind of doctor do you intend on becoming?
I would like to be very efficient with everything I do, always on point, you know, and sharing my knowledge, sharing whatever I have to the next generation, because it's all about passing over the information for the betterment of our healthcare in the future.
Overall, I would want to be a doctor that puts his patients first, and you know, one that just goes the extra mile to make sure that the patients get the best care possible. And I also do hope, you know, that I can teach some students, you know, and just prepare the next generation as well. That'll be pretty cool.
I want to be patient-centered, but I also want to be very knowledgeable. I want to learn as much as I can so I can assist my patients the best way possible. So I need to be updated with the current affairs, the new developments in medicine. I want to be ahead of my game.
Oh, okay.
That's the way I want to be.
Okay. Thank you so much for joining me.
You're welcome. Sharp.
Bye.
Let's start again. Sorry.
Hi.
Hey, what's up?
How are you?
Behind the scenes?
Fine.
Answer? On this. Okay, let's start again.
God, what the third thing was? Damn it! I forgot. Balance social life. Okay, let's start again.
Is it coming out?
Yeah, it's coming out. Oh, mom. Okay, but can I ask one question though? Can I ask one question? What is